Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
Voting on Saturday.
I've already voted.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I did a postal vote.
All right.
So you went to a pre-poll, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad that we've got a new independent, and I've actually met her several times over the last couple of years, and I just went, oh no. Normally I'm really anal and I break it all down and work out every single square I'm going to do on the bottom one and stuff. But this time I like her, and I just went, no, I'll go with her. And it's probable that she won't get in because this is a very safe Liberal seat, even though we've got a new candidate for that. He's very young, but I think the way the voting's set up, he'll get it anyway. So, but I can always hope.
There doesn't seem to be much difference between Labor and Liberal at the moment in their policies and stuff.
No, you're right.
Well, as I understood the preferential treatment more, treatment
On your
system,
preferential voting. Mm.
as I understood it more, I thought, well, it's not too bad a system as like what I realised is that when I was younger, like they'd just say, oh, you just might as well vote for one of the major parties. There's no point in voting for the others.
Mm.
But what I realise is that's not quite true.
Mm.
That it does make a difference if we
Yes.
want a minor party or an independent in,
Mm.
that if they can get enough votes, they actually can they may never be able to completely govern, but they can get enough representatives in especially the Senate, to actually cause there to be debate and,
Yes.
make
And
changes.
not just automatic blocking. So when we had the Democrat Party, we had the three parties, I'll say, not decent in any way, but to really think about. But with just the two, it's main ones, it just feels like it's pointless. So it doesn't surprise me that people in other countries that don't have to vote don't, because
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for non-compulsory voting because people say, oh, it's your democratic right to vote. Actually, here in Australia, it's not a democratic right to vote. It's a democratic obligation to vote.
Yeah. And
And
there
I
are
would
penalties
rather it
if
was
you
a
don't.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you find if you don't. So I think whereas if it was simply a democratic right, then we've got the choice as to whether that's a right we want to avail ourselves of or not. And
True.
I think, yeah, and I think there's a lot to be said for if your ignorant votes aren't always good votes anyway.
Well, I do.
Like if we don't want to vote and we just want to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4, like because
Or
what's
blank.
worse? Well, I think a blank vote at least a blank vote is you standing up and saying I'm using my democratic obligation to tell you I don't want to vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas when you just do a dummy vote that actually is then a valid
It
vote,
actually has impact. Yes.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I see that will vote, but without proper thinking. But that's society, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know because I keep swinging and changing my mind about what I think because actually it's when you start understanding the nuances of the way our system works, you sort of think, oh, I can kind of understand why it's compulsory.
Yeah.
And I can kind of understand the arguments they have for that. But then
Yeah.
there's a part of me that wonders, is that really the best? Because
Yeah.
there's just some years I just don't want to vote. It's like I look there and I think I don't understand the issues. I
Mm.
don't truly understand their policies. I haven't got the time or energy to investigate it. I'd rather just go with whatever the majority says.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's okay. And I'd
Yes.
like to be able to just not attend the voting booth on those
On the
years.
day. Yeah.
Hmm. But you still got to, unless you want to fine, you've still got to
Mm.
go and get your name ticked off.
Name ticked off. Yeah. I wonder what someone would do if you got your name ticked off and then folded your papers and went straight to the deposit.
I don't know what the, yeah, I don't know.
Because I doubt that they'd be allowed to police you in that situation.
No,
Yeah, I've never thought
well,
about it because yeah.
yeah, because there has been a couple of times where one, at least once for state and once for federal,
Mm.
where I just thought, I don't even care. I'm just going to go with whatever the majorities of Australians say.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go along with that. Like, I
yeah,
don't have an opinion this time around,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't feel like investigating it to get an opinion.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I just went and got it ticked off because you
Mm.
sort of got to go, follow the cattle yard round. And
Yep.
I just sort of
Go in your
pretended to go
cardboard
into a
box.
booth and I folded it up and then I walked out of the
Yeah,
booth and stuck
yeah,
it in the boxes. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because you're not the sort of person not to care. So I don't feel that that's um, what you were really thinking, but you probably felt that neither party were any bloody good. So why bother?
Well, it was just at a time where,
Sorry.
yeah, where because I tend to take voting fairly seriously. So I
Yeah.
tend to try and understand what are the policies that the different candidates have put up and what do I truly think is best for the region that I'm in and Australia as a whole,
Mm.
and then match it up. But if I don't have the time or energy, there's just been those couple of times where I just felt like I just don't know and I
Yeah.
just don't want to investigate. So
Yeah.
I'd rather, and I'm happy to understand that the consequence of that is
You get what you
I'd
do.
go with what other people have voted and I
Mm.
didn't get a say. And
Yeah. Mm.
and so and so I look and think, well, compulsory voting therefore just becomes, though I guess the fact that it was compulsory did make me even come to that point of deciding, well, I'm just not going to vote because this time
Mm.
I can't vote intelligently. So therefore I'm
Yeah.
not going to vote at all.
Hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow life hacks beyond convention.